Hello guys, welcome to the QuickBooks tutorial series. In this lesson, we will discuss the basic types of lists your company can use and how to manage them. Let's go. If you are new to this channel, please click the subscribe button and notification bell so that you will get updated on our MS Excel and QuickBooks lessons. Okay, so just like the chart of accounts, so lists are also the backbone of your QuickBooks. So you will need the list, to fill up some forms in the QuickBooks, such as the invoice, pay bills, and purchase order. So there are three major classification of the list: the vendors list, the customers list, and the items list. Okay, so first we discuss the vendors list and the vendor center. So vendors are seller of goods and services. So vendors are not limited only to those company who supplied goods to your business, but also includes those companies that provide supplies and services, just like bookstore for your office supply, and also includes electric and water company and the tax agency. So the vendors list is connected to your purchase order form and bills payment form. Okay, so the vendor center. Okay, to go to the vendor center, go to the menu and click vendors, then vendor center. Okay, the vendor center is the place where you can manage and monitor transaction with the vendors. So it displays all information about the vendors. So on the left side, you can see the list of all the vendors with their balances, and the opposite side of the window, you can look at the details of all transaction with the vendor. Okay, so to add a new vendor, so click new vendor here, then click new vendor again, then type the vendor name. Okay, you can type the short version of their name, Lightning. Then the company name, you can enter their legal name or the whole company name. Okay, Lightning Corporation. Then their telephone number, let's say 800. Okay, then the address, or you can click this one, edit, to be more specific on the address, build from the address of the vendor, or this address is the address the billing is coming from. Okay, the address, then the street address, let's say Galaxy Street, then city, your city. Okay, so this should be the basic address of the vendor. Then click OK. Then you can copy your build from address to the ship from address if your build from address is the same as the ship from address. Okay, then click OK. So here is your first vendor that you've entered in the vendors list. Okay, so you can also use the add multiple vendors feature. Click the new vendor, then add multiple vendors. So you can type the vendor name here, or you can copy the vendor information from your Excel. Okay, so to do it manually, type your vendor here, uh, easy soft, then easy software enterprise. Okay, you can add contact person here, the last name, and for example, first name is Dan, then the last name is Targ. Okay, then the phone number. Okay, then the address here. Your city. Okay, so can add another vendor, JC. Okay, JC Enterprise. Then the phone number, then the address. Then save changes. Click save changes. Okay, so you have added two vendors in the record, and click OK. Then close. So you just added another vendors in your list. Next is to add your customers. So go to customers, then go to customer center. Okay, so the procedure is same with the adding a vendor. So click new customers and job. Okay, so click new customer. Then add a customer here. Okay, type the customer name. So customer might be an individual or a company. So let us assume our first customer is an individual. Okay, so type the name. You can start with the last name of the customer. Then the phone number. Then the customer address. Then click OK. Then you can also copy if the invoice address or billing address is same with the shipping address. If it is not, you can type the shipping address here. Okay, so just copy it. Okay, then click Okay. And you can also use the multiple or add multiple customer feature. Okay, so let us add another customer. Let's use the add multiple customers. Okay, so the required field there is only the name of the customer. Okay, so we can add additional info or customer info later. Okay, so let us add. Okay, then save changes. Okay, then close. Okay, so to edit a customer, just right click the customers you want to edit. For example, Jordan Israel. Right click, then edit customer. Okay, so edit the info of the customer. Add the address. Okay, and then click OK. And you can also add info, just like another info, just like payment info or the sales info. Example, the payment info, their account number, okay, their credit limit. So for example, payment terms. So, for example, you want to give him 30 days or this one 2% if Jordan pays within 10 days, you want to give him 2% discount and 30 days credit term. Okay, so the prepared delivery method, mail, okay, credit limit, for example, 200,000. Then you can also add price level for each customer. Okay, the credit card number, then the sales tax, and additional info. For example, the type of customer, if he is a retail or a wholesale customer. Let us say he's a wholesale customer. So this field is important if you want to sort your customer according to the customer type. Okay, then click OK. Okay, so to delete a customer, right click, then delete the customer. So the customer can only be deleted if the customer has no transaction or previous transaction in our company or in your company. You can only inactivate your customer. Okay, so to make your customer inactive, right click, then okay, edit customer, then check the customer is inactive here. Customer is inactive, then click OK. So the customer will not be shown in your list. Okay. Next, we will add an item. Okay, so to add an item, go to list, then click item list. Okay, so this is an item list window. So this is a snapshot of goods and services the company offered. So an item is anything that the company acquires, sells, or resell in the ordinary course of business. Okay, so this is not, an item is not limited only for the products or services you sell. So to add an item, click item, the bottom left of your window. Then click new. Okay, so there are various types of item you can use in QuickBooks. So first, service, okay, for the service you offered. Inventory part, if you want the item will be tracked as inventory. So inventory assembly. Non-inventory part, other charges, subtotal, and group discount and payment. So we'll discuss all of them later. First, let us add a service item. This item is used for the service you charge to your customer. There are two types of service item in QuickBooks. First is the service performed by the company's employee. Second is a service performed by a third party or a subcontractor. For example, if you sell an engine oil and provide a change oil service to your customer, but you don't have an employed mechanic to do the job, you can hire an outside mechanic to do the change oil and pay the mechanic for the service he performed, and charge the customer the cost you paid to the subcontractor plus the markup. Okay, first, we'll add an item performed by company employees. So, for example, car painting. Okay, so in the description, labor charge for car painting. Okay, so the rate is say 8,000. Okay, so in the account section, select an income account. For example, a service income. Since we don't have a service income account, we will add that account here. So go to the top portion of the list. So you will see an add new button here. Then click that one. Okay, so this is another way to add an account to your chart of accounts. Okay, so type service income. Then click save and close. Okay, so we already have the service income account. Then click next to add another item. Okay, next is we will add a service performed by a subcontractor. So for example, change oil. You can add income if you want. Then check the checkbox here. So this service is performed by a subcontractor or partner. Okay, click that one. Then a purchase information will appear. So in the purchase information description, type service charged by subcontractor. Then add the cost of service to be paid to the subcontractor. Example 100. Then select an expense account. So select cost of service. So we don't have a cost of service yet. Okay. So we'll add a cost of service account. Okay, cost of service. Click OK. Save and close. Then you can also select your preferred vendor here, or the name of your subcontractor. So for example, So your subcontractor is okay, Kampugan Boyet. Then click OK. Then in the description on sales transaction, okay, so we will change this one. Change oil, service. Okay, so sales price is 200. So is a 100% markup. Okay, then the income account should be service income. Then click next. Okay, next, let us add an inventory item or inventory part item. So use this item if you want to track the inventory of the item you will sell. In the item name, type engine oil, okay, gasoline. So for simplicity, we will not use the unit of measure. We will just discuss it in the future lesson. So gasoline, 1 liter. Engine oil for gasoline. Okay, so the cost is, for example, 150. Then the cost of goods account is, sold account is cost of goods sold. Okay, so if you want a preferred vendor, you can enter the preferred vendor here, but we will just leave it blank. Okay, so for the sales price, 250. Okay, which is a markup of 66.67%. Then the income account should be sales. Okay, then select asset account. Okay, so we just created our asset account, the merchandise inventory. Select merchandise inventory. Then just leave it blank, the reorder point and on-hand item. Okay, then click next. Then add another item, um, oil filter, gasoline. So oil filter for gasoline. Okay, for okay, so the cost is 900. Okay, then the sales price is 1,200. Then the income account is sales. Okay, the inventory asset is merchandise inventory. Then click next. Next, we'll add a non-inventory part. A non-inventory part are those goods you charge to your customer but you don't track the inventory of that item. For example, okay, grease. Okay, okay, that price you will charge for the grease is 50. Okay, okay, click next. Next is other charges. So these are the miscellaneous labor material part you charge to your customer. For example, if you deliver an item to your customer, you will charge a delivery fee. A delivery fee. Okay. In the description, type delivery charges. Okay. You can use percentage of the price, or you can use an exact amount. So let us use an exact amount, 100. Then for the income account, use other income. So since we don't have other income here, let's add the account other income. Okay, other income here. Okay, for the account type. Okay, other income. Okay, then save and close. Then click next. So lastly, we will add a group item. So in this item, we will also discuss a subtotal and a discount item. Okay, so select group. So a group item, use this item if we want to sell a bundle of goods, or if you want to create a promo. Okay, for discount. So select, for example, change oil promo. Then in the description, okay, just copy it. Change oil promo. Okay, so here, select the item that is included in that bundle. So for example, engine oil. Okay, quantity is 4 liters. Then oil filter. Then change oil income. Okay. Then create a subtotal account or subtotal item. So add new, then subtotal. Okay, amount. So type subtotal. Okay. Subtotal. Then click OK. So check the amount, subtotal of the amount. Okay, then below is the discount. Okay, create discount, add new, then discount. So, example, discount 5%. Okay, so 5% discount. So 5%. Okay, account is a sales discount. So we'll create a sales discount account. So add new. The income account, select type sales discount. Okay, then save, or a subtotal of sales. Okay, save and close. Then okay, so here's your group account. Okay, so we'll use this group account uh, if we record the transaction promo. Okay, so in the next lessons of our tutorial, then click OK. Okay, so these are the items that we just created. Okay, and if If you have questions and comments about our lesson, just type it in the comment section. Okay, so have a good day.